The Nigerian House of Representatives Committee on Public Petitions invited the governors of Benue and Zamfara State, Governor Hyacinth Alia and Dauda Lawal respectively, to address allegations of insecurity in the two states. Now, joining us for this discussion, we have Oluwatodimu, a law practitioner. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us at this time.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Okay, all right. So what is your reaction to the National Assembly's invitation to Benue and Zamfara state governors on insecurity plaguing these states?
Well, the invitation by the House of Assembly, the National House of Assembly to the governors shows a growing concern of the states over the security issues in some states, and it's a welcome development to show that it is getting national recognition that insecurity is growing at an alarming stage. That's that on that.
What do you think is the constitutional right? What constitutional right does the National Assembly have to summon state governors? That is, despite these states having their own assembly.
Yes, the duty of the National Assembly is the law empowers them to carry out oversight functions on issues of national importance, security, corruption. That's specifically Section 88 and Section 89 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Having said that, the governor of every state, they are answerable to their state House of Assembly, not to the National Assembly. The National Assembly can invite them on a fact-finding mission, but they cannot compel their attendance. So as it stands, they can only invite them, but as to compel them to be in attendance, that is a subject of law because they do not have such oversight power to invite them mandatorily. They can come as a respect to the National Assembly. They can come, they can show up for that meeting, they can honor that invitation out of respect to the National Assembly, but they cannot be compelled to attend such a meeting.
So do you think the summons might yield positive results in the state in terms of dealing with insecurity decisively?
Well, the governors, in the interest of peace, in the interest of resolving these insecurities, they can come to the National Assembly, let the National Assembly know what they are facing, the challenge that they are facing, what they can provide solutions, and work hand in gloves with the National Assembly in a bid to resolve this insecurity. Of course, it's a step in the right direction if the National Assembly is inviting them to see how they can resolve the issue of insecurity. If it is not a bad idea for the governors to show up, and if they need more funding, if they need assistance, if they need help in fishing out the agents and the people causing this insecurity, it's a step in the right direction. It never hurts anyone to dialogue and to discuss. It is always better the more elaborate you expand these issues so that you can get a lasting solution. If it is for the purpose of lasting solution, I would strongly recommend and suggest that the governors attend this meeting in order to get a lasting solution.
Okay, all right. We really thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the news. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, and that's Oluwatodimu, a law practitioner.